which is kind of neat. We are live. Hello everyone, this is Scott Roberts from Explore Scientific and the Explore Alliance, and we are here at the 2023 Astronomical League Convention in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm still trying to get that pronunciation down. We're here with Pranvera Hyseni. She came to the conference to give a presentation about the National Observatory and Planetarium in Kosovo.
That's correct.
Yeah. So what was the reception like? I mean, you're in it, maybe you could tell people just a little bit about
Well,
this
thank
project.
you, Scott, for having me here. It's a pleasure to get to see you in person and be
You
part
too.
of this conference. Definitely. It's been amazing. This is the third day, and I've had a lot of fun. I was actually the first person to start the kickoff, the official program
Oh, wow.
here at ALCON.
Okay.
I was the first speaker, and it was amazing for the first time, to go out there and actually present all the effort and all the work we have put together for building the first national observatory and planetarium in Kosovo.
It's been a long time coming, right?
I know, we've had this idea since 2018, and we put it together, and there was a lot of effort trying to make the blueprints and the design and everything, because our architects and engineers have never designed an observatory before, so we had to have a lot of help from the international community. We were so lucky to get everybody together to help us, and we put this project together, and then we submitted this really cool project we had to the government of Kosovo, which took a couple of years for the funding to come through. It was quite some effort and battle with the government going back
Really?
and forth. But
Was it like some...
it was
What
more
was
like
the reticence to do it?
it was bureaucratic
Okay.
reasons, like
We could use this money to do something else?
Something like that. Yeah, it was hard to figure out with the government, to be honest, but it was almost to the point where we almost gave up. We said, like, okay, this is not gonna happen, we don't have the funds, and it's probably not possible. But then the government came through, and last year, at the end of the year in December, that's when we finally put the foundation of the observatory, and it was incredible. I wasn't part of the day I was here in California.
I've seen photos of you standing, where it's going to be.
It was so nice. I got the chance to visit the construction site in March.
Okay.
And that's when you could just barely tell that it's starting to take shape, like the planetarium, the observatory. And my team back home, Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo, has been sending me updates every day of the construction folks, and I keep in touch with the architects and with the engineers and with the international community, and trying to act like a bridge between everybody so that we put this project together in the best possible way. And it's been amazing to see how fast it's been going on. The construction, they're almost finished, and by the time, maybe by September, they will finish all the construction, so that we will
Dome and planetarium dome.
in fact, they sent me some videos of them installing the dome, which I was mostly worried about, because that's the most critical part of the building. And because we couldn't afford to purchase a dome that's already manufactured somewhere else, we had to build our own. And that was a very big concern, like, can we make one in Kosovo or not? And they were able to make it, and they sent me a photo of it rotating, and I was like,
wow.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see it. So I'm going there next month for about a month, and I will be mostly working with my team and the government, trying to set up the best exhibitions. So we are not trying to aim just for an observatory and a planetarium. We're trying to make this sort of a science center that Kosovo never had, so that people, when they come in, they will be able to learn about the fundamentals of science, about STEM fields, not just astronomy, but any science.
Yeah,
so
you don't know where someone's mind will
touch
go.
with our exhibitions a little bit in every science, that's our goal. And we're trying currently to raise funds for that, because the government is only building the building, not helping, with the exhibitions and all that. And luckily, Celestron is bringing the C14 and
Right? They've been a big supporter, haven't they?
Yeah, big supporter. And then Jack Dunn is donating the projector, the spherical mirror for the planetarium, which is also going to be installed there. So yeah, we're still trying to figure out ways how to get some of the best interacting exhibitions, and so that people will be able to enjoy it and also learn, and hopefully this will make a huge impact in Kosovo. But it's been amazing, and I've had a really great feedback here at ALCON. Everybody's so excited about it, and everybody's supporting it in the best way they can.
Right. Now, you've been on our shows a couple of times before. You started as a very young person interested in science and astronomy, and so it's like you were born with it. But what an odyssey for you to have this vision, especially in challenging times. You even remember the war in Kosovo as a young child, right? And I can imagine it has transformed the country, especially in young minds.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. When I started showing interest in astronomy, even my own parents were worried because of, was I going to be making a living in Kosovo with a job as an astronomer? But
probably zero jobs.
Once they noticed the impact that my passion and then my group all together were making in our country, then that's when everybody raised their eyes. And I am so proud that my organization and I, within less than a decade, we started from nothing, and now we're building something that will leave a legacy in our home country, and hopefully things will get even better in the future. And I'm very much looking forward to the day of the opening of the observatory. I'll make sure to invite everybody, including you. I want you to be there.
You.
And it's just incredible. And yeah, being a country that has been torn from the war and most of the world doesn't even recognize you, it's always been difficult for us in every aspect of life. Even when I travel, for instance, lots of countries I can't even go to because they do not recognize my country. They don't recognize my passport. You're being unheard. You're not being supported.
Right.
That's how it feels. It's very, very tough, especially on the young generation, which, they have so much passion, but they don't have the opportunities. And a lot of them have been leaving the country, which in my case, I also had to leave to pursue a STEM related field because you do not have that in Kosovo. Well, I cannot do planetary science.
Pranvera, the world wouldn't know about Kosovo and astronomy outreach in Kosovo without your tireless campaign of going around the world and inspiring people and giving all the talks that you have. So that was a big sacrifice in many ways. But we talked about it last night. I know it was thrilling for you. I know it was an adventure. You're still on this adventure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even though it's become a lot more difficult for me to keep up with everything because I'm also doing a graduate degree here, and which keeps me very, very tied up, very constricted to going back to Kosovo and travel there and participate there in person. I'm still trying to put as much as effort I can and balance these two, and hopefully as much as I can give, and then as much as impact it can last. And of course, everybody knows me as Pran and all that, but I just want to point out that there is an amazing, amazing group of folks, very hardworking folks in Kosovo that are currently working so hard and pushing AOK while I'm here pursuing a planetary science degree.
Sure.
And maybe in the future I'll go back and I will, run the observatory. I don't know where the life will get me, but so far so good, and I'm very much looking forward to the future.
That's awesome. Astronomy brings. That's awesome. I know that you've got only a few short minutes with us right now, but what would you say? I was asking Leon Garcia, who's an NYAA winner. We talked about the barriers that people face, and we talked about failure too. Okay, so you've had to face some really difficult things culturally, politically, all these things. What would you say to someone that wanted to step it up and fulfill their dreams and to make a difference in the world?
failing, it's tough to accept, but it's also a learning experience.
Right.
It shouldn't be an experience where you stop because you failed. And coming from a country where 95% of the population is Muslim, the culture is different, and I am a young female stepping up and doing something in a science that is just absolutely non-existent in our country. Of course it was a challenge, and I didn't have the background, the professional background, and there were also, I was judged many times that, oh, you're trying to run astronomy or an astronomy program in the entire country and you don't even have a degree in the field.
Yeah.
Because I did my undergrad in geography, and I faced that a lot. And I wouldn't say that's the reason why I'm now a PhD student in planetary science, but this was always my goal, and
Sure.
I got the chance and I'm pursuing it. But yeah, people tend to kind of even emotionally impact you and get you down. But I think when you really truly love something, when you really have your heart and mind set to it, you do not let these things stop you.
Right.
And despite the government that wasn't very supportive oftentimes, and I was traveling across the world with probably zero financial support, just
Right.
what generous people were doing to help me out and bring me, and staying at strange people's homes and all of that. It still didn't stop me. I loved astronomy so much, and I wanted my country to succeed.
Right.
And I think if I did it with nothing and from a country that was not very much developed, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it.
Well, you have to be brave, and I think that, your spirit is so inspiring, Pranvera, and I know that is an energy that's carrying you on, but it's infectious, and that's the reason why people want to help out. Now, for people, we'll wrap this up, okay?
Yeah.
But for people that want to directly support your program, how do they do it?
Yeah, so we have different ways, because now our program is a nonprofit. It's in Kosovo, so it's not like you can just send donations or financial funds to the nonprofit directly there.
Okay.
So everything that goes to AOK kind of has to go through me. So right now, our organization here, I've had several donations. The Nebraska Star Party donated $1,000 for the exhibitions of our science center, and
Okay.
they just sent a check to my address. So if anybody is interested, they can write a check to my name, because I have a social security, and I'm able to actually cash it and then bring it to Kosovo with me. We also do have a PayPal account, which is at AOK Patch. We can put that in the link.
AOK Patch, P-A-T-C-H?
Yes, that's when we were selling patches.
Okay.
And
Right.
so it's stuck there, but we will post that in the link in the comments. And currently we also have a auction going
Okay.
on, because we have this wonderful gemstone floor globe that I personally restored, and it looks amazing. It's a gold zinc stand, and every country is made with a different type of gemstone.
Wow.
And it's spectacular, and
Yeah.
it's currently on eBay, and we want, if anybody wants to own a piece of art, which is wonderful for your homes, but also wants to support our
But there's
science
only one of
center.
these, right?
Yeah, only one of them that it's on
Okay.
sale. So I would very much encourage, if you want to support all that, to place your bids on eBay. We'll post the link in the comments in this live stream, but yeah, and if anybody just wants to support other ways, like that you have equipment you don't use, like cameras or filters or parts for telescopes or solar filters or computers or screens and monitors.
Anything.
We all need those,
Sure.
because we have the control room, and we need computers for that. We need laptops, we need softwares, we need even things like that. So if you have
Right.
anything useful and you think it's going to be important to us, we would very, very much appreciate that.
Okay. So, unfortunately, right now I can't write in the links to your thing, but if you could say
Yeah.
what they are verbally to them.
I don't know the links, but I'll make sure to post them in the comments
In
in
the
this
co-
live stream
okay.
on the Explore Scientific website.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So anyhow, thanks for watching. We'll be back with more people from the 2023 Astronomical League Conference here in Baton Rouge. Thank you. And
Yeah,
we'll
thank
be
you,
back.
Scott, for having me, and thanks for everybody for watching and supporting our cause.
Thanks, Pranvera. Thanks. Okay, that's great.
Oh, I'm 5 minutes
So yes,
late.
they're waiting on you.
It's
And
alright.
I would like my clipboard back, please.
Scott, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you,
Seriously,
Pranvera.
amazing.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Sorry, I had to be quick.
No
My
problem.
board back, please.
Oh yeah, I will just need this. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I know you need the paper.
Oh my gosh, and you have your pen.
Thank you.
All of you guys.
I didn't get a chance to say hello to you.
How are you?
Every time I come in here, you might have been going that way, or somebody interrupts me in betwixt.
Right?
Ah, it's always a pleasure watching and listening to you
Thank you.
and,
Thank
and
you.
your guests. You always seem to have somebody interesting.
Yes.
There's always something.
Oh, yeah, well, it's an interesting world, you know, so.
And I'm one of your international fans,
Wow, okay. Well, thank you. Hamilton.
Hamilton, Ontario.
Awesome. This will be finishing up here.
And I know you know where we are. So I've seen some of our local guys on here.
Right.
Well, in Canada, we call local anything under